Okay. Welcome. How's it going, Noli? Great to see you here as always. I just am figuring out getting the dual stream on Twitch and YouTube. And then I finally figured out how to get my thumbnail set up before the stream so people know what's actually going on if they jump on. Okay, great. Well, yeah, no, it's going well. I've had a pretty good week. I sprained my ankle a little bit ago, but I got it x-rayed and it's fine. Just a sprain. So that's a relief. How about you? How are you doing? How's everybody doing? I'm just gonna get a game started up here. Okay. So I have a plan. For anybody new to these streams or watching the VOD or jumping on, this will hopefully explain a little bit about what's going on. But, oh nice, yeah. Just some spring cleaning. I definitely need to do that. My desk is a mess. So here's a little plan on what we're going to do today and moving forward for a little bit, and we'll see how it goes. But I've had a really good time talking about movies and shows while we've been doing these streams, just playing games and hanging out. So I thought it would be fun to like put in some effort to, kind of make a little movie club, prep some thoughts about it. Oh wait, let me just make sure I've got a good loadout before I get wrecked. But yeah, just prep some thoughts about a movie, and then if somebody I'll give more notice in the future. Today I just kind of wanted to jump in and talk about a movie I love, but then I figure at the end of this stream I'll say what the next movie's gonna be, and then next week, if people want to watch it and refresh or just come in blind but then have a good time talking about it, it can just be a little movie club, and I'd be excited to see what people think, but then I'll also have talking points prepared just so it's a good time. I think that'll help it be, I want these to be like valuable. As much as I like playing the game during the stream and just having a good time, I know that I'm also not going to be the most skilled or probably entertaining person to watch, when compared to all of the other streamers who stream all day, every day. But I want this to be kind of like, a moment where we can come together as a community and talk about media that we like. So that's the plan. And then I'm just going to play some games while we talk about it. And I might get distracted here and there when I get into a fight or depending on what's happening. So that'll help break it up. That way it's not just like a straight up video essay or me just blabbing. But I will, we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll really struggle to stay focused or on topic, but hopefully it's a good time. And then my goal for future streams as well is to get little notifications that show up, as people join and chat and subscribe and all of that. I know it's fairly simple. It's just hard to find the time out of work to set that stuff up and test it. So that's one of my goals. Hopefully you'll see that stuff soon. And then the next goal is to get a little bar going so we can see, so that the live view shows the chat. That way when we're doing, YouTube and Twitch, I think that'll be helpful for everybody to feel included. And then also if people are watching the VODs, they'll have some context for the conversation, because you guys in the chat, Noli, you're bringing up a lot of good points about the films we talk about, and I think people would benefit in the VOD to actually know what's going on. But yeah, just keeping it chill. And I think it's something I'm really excited about, actually, because playing games is one thing, talking about movies is another, both at the same time, probably two of my favorite things happening at once. So, without further ado, today's movie we're talking about is Godzilla Minus One. And if you have seen it, incredible. And if you haven't seen it, you totally should. I will I guess a big warning here for anybody like watching this later is I am going to go into spoilers. This is not a spoiler-free zone. So if you haven't seen it and don't want things like we're not gonna watch the whole movie. I'm not gonna talk about everything, but if you want to avoid some stuff, then go watch the movie and then come watch the VOD. Oh man, come on. Those invisible guys with capes. I don't know what they're called, but they're genuinely the worst. Okay, here, one second. I'm gonna hide. My teammates are gonna be so annoyed with me, but I'm just gonna hide real quick because I want to pull something up. Bear with me, bear with me. Okay. I'm just looking up. I should have prepped this beforehand. There we go. Here we go. I'm just gonna share. This is just straight up from Wikipedia, but I'm just gonna go over the premise of the film, the overview. That way I'm getting things right and I'm not like I'm just giving people false facts. So, Godzilla Minus One is a 2023 Japanese epic kaiju film written and directed and with visual effects by Takashi Yamazaki. It is the 37th film in the Godzilla franchise, the 33rd film produced by Toho, and the 5th installment in the franchise's Reiwa era. I don't even know what that means. We'll have to look that up. Set in post-war Japan, the film stars Ryunosuke Kamiki, suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder. And let's just see what's in here real quick. Grenades. That was a great find. I actually love these fletchette grenades. Very effective. But yeah, he's a former pilot suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, and he encounters the monster known as Godzilla, and chaos ensues. Wikipedia didn't say that. I said that. They're well more written than I am. So that's the premise of the movie. World War II pilot discovers a giant lizard, and from that point on, the film is like, ooh, some ammo. It does a really good job at telling a story that you're actually invested in, that you're actually allowed to feel emotionally involved with. And then instead of Godzilla being the main character, you know, Ryu, I think that's his name, right? Ryu. You know, he's the main character. It's his story, and I definitely think we should go to those coordinates. So he's the main character, and I think it does something that the America Godzilla movies have kind of been missing, and if you guys have seen those lately, you know that, you know, there's big spectacle, big fun monster fights, but then the stories with the people just are kind of, honestly, just boring and weird and don't really make sense. I did like the Godzilla movie directed by Gareth Edwards. More so. Oh, well, that's great. Go team. But where is the third? Oh, there's more people there. Oh, if I could hit him. Come on.
Warning, reinforcements detected.
Oh, I got it. Come on. Oh. This is so embarrassing. I haven't hit a single one of them. How far can I throw a grenade? Guess we'll find out.
20 minutes remain.
Woo. There we go. I'm finally helping out. I know this. Oh, but they're both down. Dang it. Okay, I don't know what to do here. I gotta shield up. I wonder if I should just run and res my guys. Oh, come on. Nope. But yeah, so one of my favorite things about the film is that the director is a VFX. Yeah, I just gotta run. There's no way I'm taking these guys on. No. I'll come back. I promise I'll come back. So the director is a VFX artist, a VFX director, actually. And so he came at the film from a point of view of how can we make this film for as cheap as possible, as efficient as possible, but then also how can we make the visual effects like a part of the process from step one? And which, you know, a good example of how to like the opposite of that. I'm just seeing if I can find some health before I go. Save my teammates. Okay. I'm just gonna sneak around. But yeah, the opposite of that is the Marvel movies, right? Like the Marvel movies are filmed on a green screen. There's no way around it. Dang it. I'm sorry. My teammates are probably like, what is he doing? And now I've given away my position. Oh, this is so bad. Okay. I gotta be quiet. Oh my gosh, I'm so stressed. I just don't want to let my team down. Oh. Okay. So the Avengers move. Oh, dang it. Well, I tried. The Avengers movies or all of the Marvel movies, they tend to just write the story, great, and then they film everything on the green screen and then the VFX artists have to come in after the fact and just make it work, right? And there's a lot of like it's all kind of an afterthought. And what that means is one, it's more expensive because visual effects artists, they can do a lot. I'm gonna save some of my nice loot and we'll try and do like a more serious run and near the end of the stream. So right now I'm just gonna do one of my free kits and we'll do perimeter again. Okay. Here we go. Ready up. Why can't I ready up? Contracts? Oh, I finished a contract. Great. Sorry, I just don't know why the game won't let me play. I guess that's nice that they don't let you do a new contract until you finish your old one so that you're not missing out on rewards. So one thing they did with Godzilla Minus One is they filmed everything with the end product in mind, with the final result of the visual effects in mind. And whereas you can spend millions of dollars, literally, I know I have some friends who are visual effects artists, and they can create something from scratch, from nothing. And I know there's the conversation about AI, but this movie happened before AI really was progressing, so we're not going to talk about that right now. But visual effects artists are really talented, but it just takes time and money, like anything really. You can make anything look good, you can make it look however you want, but it just takes time and money. And what's crazy is the scope of the story of Godzilla Minus One is huge. It's sprawling. There's a lot going on. And they had a fairly small team. But because they knew what they wanted it to look like at the end, they were able to make it so much easier for themselves. It's like when you're making, like in Pixar films, I don't know if you've seen the behind the scenes, but, they look beautiful, or any animated film, right? Like they look beautiful. K-pop Demon Hunters looks great. But then if you were to go into the program, go into the animation software and turn the camera just a little to the left or the right, you would just see this hideous monstrosity because all of the focus is what do things look like from the camera's perspective. So going back to the green screen thing with Marvel movies, a lot of times the Marvel movies don't know what they want things to look like. And so they hire these VFX artists to just build everything, and then they can move the camera around after the fact. And that is so expensive. it takes so much time. And then it ends up not even looking that great anyways, because then they change their mind last minute, and so then they have to ship out something that isn't finished, and they don't even end up using those assets that they spent so much money to produce. So Godzilla Minus One was like, we know exactly what angle the camera is going to be at. We know what we're going to capture. And so now we can spend all of our resources, though they weren't as much. I mean, the budget was $70 million. They were able to spend that full $70 million getting exactly the shots they wanted, instead of, 200 or 300 only getting a quarter of the shots that they wanted. So just from a production standpoint or point of view, like that, the movie is really unique, and I think sets an awesome precedence for what's possible, because if you've seen the film, you know that it looks gorgeous, and it's a combo of, good CGI, but then also just smart lighting choices, smart camera angles, smart pacing. So yeah, I'm just gonna go through a list of all the things I like about the film, and if anybody wants to join in the comments and has thoughts about it or things they liked about it, then we can obviously pivot to those talking points. But until then, you just get to hear me yap. That's the wrong one. I don't want that. I also prefer Volt. Okay. I don't want that either. I keep grabbing the wrong thing. Okay. But yeah, so another thing that okay. Come on. Grenade. Nasty. Another thing that makes the movie, incredible is the emphasis on the characters, like I was saying earlier. And there's specific themes that it deals with that are very human, very relatable, very important, very modern, even though the film takes place, during World War II, or post World War II. The things it's dealing with, I think, are applicable to any country right now, or anybody who lives in any country, right? It talks about shame, the reality of social pressures, and how negative like those can be. Not like peer pressure within like a community, but like as a whole country, right? When ideology spreads and negatively affects large groups of people. And then it also talks about found family, and the love and the fear that can be a part of that. I think there's a lot of, I don't know what the right word is, but there's a lot of media about Japan, right? Especially like lately with how popular like manga is and anime, and I don't know if you guys saw the show Shogun. Incredible. Japan is like incredibly culturally like influential, I think, especially like worldwide, especially right now. But one thing that people like joke about or talk about, I don't know, I just don't know that much about, right? Or didn't know that much about, is the kamikaze pilots. And so this movie takes like a really interesting approach where there were kamikaze pilots who believed in what the country was doing, who believed in the war, maybe in more like in a spiritual aspect. But then the main character is a kamikaze pilot who didn't believe, or at the very least was afraid and wasn't sure if it was worth giving his life for.
20 minutes remaining.
I'm not gonna say like for no reason, if you felt like your country's worth fighting for, defending, or whatever, right? But like in hindsight, 2020, like Japan was being really aggressive at the time, so he knew they were losing. He knew that the war was over, but because he was a kamikaze pilot, he was supposed to go out and essentially die for his country to be honorable, and it just didn't make any sense to him. And I hadn't really seen a story told like that, and maybe there have been others, maybe there've been lots, but I had never seen one from that perspective. So from that point alone, the movie like drew me in. I was really intrigued because I wanted to know how this would be handled. And I think it's very important that it was made, by a Japanese director and team. If an American made that film, then I don't know if it would go over that well. Um, but okay, where are these? I'm just kind of waiting for my team to make a decision on where to go, and then my goal is just to kind of help protect them, maybe, if I can. Also, that's crazy that lockbox is just surrounded. Yeah. So it's really sad, like that in the movie, the moments where Ryu, the main character, so he doesn't go through with it, right? He pretends his plane is broken. He doesn't go through with his kamikaze mission. And he goes home, right? And the war's over. Japan has lost. And it's really sad the way he's treated and the way people like look down on him with frustration and disgust because he wasn't willing to die what feels like, right? And the movie portrays it as like a needless death. And I think it's it's an incredibly important reminder that, whoa, that's out of bounds. That's funny. It's gonna kill me. Yeah, so I just think it's important, and we know these things, right? Like movies, good movies, or I think good movies, effective movies, they tend to go over topics that, like, we all know, right? Like we all know we should be a good person. We all know that we should help others and think for ourselves and don't conform, but then also, like, I don't know. Maybe people don't know these things, but I just feel like really good movies tend to touch on things that people are like, yeah, I know that, but then do you actually live it? And so, yeah, like, we know we shouldn't join in if the whole crowd is saying something that's wrong, if the whole country is believing in something that's wrong and that you feel is wrong, you shouldn't join in. But that's hard, and this movie kind of shows that it's hard, even though, like, yeah, we don't think it's probably not good to go die in a needless war or needless moment of the war. Like, when your whole country and everybody you run into is telling you that you should and that you made the wrong decision, like, that would be really hard to deal with. So for that alone, like I haven't said the word Godzilla in the last 10 minutes, right? Maybe, but you know what I mean. Like, that's how good this movie is that it talks about so many things outside of just a giant monster. And I love giant monsters. I love the Godzilla films. I love kaiju films. I love Pacific Rim, giant monsters, giant robots. I'm a huge fan. Oh, just got. Okay. Sorry, I just got a notification on my phone. Let's go help my teammates, huh? Are we fighting real people or robots? Robots. Okay. Thought I saw a shadow go over us, but it looks like we're good. No, right? Yeah. Did I just miss it? It's embarrassing. That's okay. Oh. Teammates okay. So that's just one of the main plot points that I think makes the film very compelling. And then okay. The found family element of it, you think, oh, I think sometimes, some movies are just cheesy, right? Like they use manipulate isn't the right word, but like there's some topics that artists or filmmakers or writers know will just elicit a reaction from an audience. Um, right? Like John Wick and his dog, or, a loved one getting some illness or something. Like, I don't know. There's just so many, like, things that you hope never happens to anybody. And so it's really sad, like, really, like, easy to use to manipulate an audience. And and so sometimes when films use certain, like, story tactics or tropes, you're kind of like, oh, okay, like, this is, I know what you're doing, and you're just trying to get me to, cry or whatever, and it feels cheesy or unearned. But Godzilla Minus One really takes the time to set up this found family scenario, and it's maybe a little slow at times, but the pacing, because it's a little slow, the impact of the, oh, do I want the bigger scope or the little scope? Let's see. There's that guy. Let's go with the bigger one. Yeah. Drone node. I know I don't have the best loot right now, but I'm also just, I want to make sure I have enough health kits to survive. Okay. And I've got a good amount. Wait, I have no extra volt cells? Well, that won't do. That won't do. Let's just get some ammo out here so my friends and I have all that we need. There we go. Okay. So yeah, I think found family films, could be a little, like, manipulative or tricky sometimes. Think like Hallmark movie-esque, but they take their time, and so then the impact of it is powerful and meaningful. And it becomes almost like, okay, oh man. Okay, I'm gonna lock in. I'm gonna lock in here for a second. I don't want to let my teammates down with these bots. Reload, reload. Here we go. Okay. Reloading. Did we get him? Okay, so that guy's down. Oh, no. Nice. Go team. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's scan and see if we're missing anybody.
If it moves, end it.
I think we're good. Okay. Matter fixative. I'll let my teammates get any good loot that they're looking for, except I'm gonna take that. Oh no, wait, he got it first. That's fine. I mean, if you guys aren't gonna take the gun, I'll take the gun. Thank you. And then do I need matter fixative for any of these guys? I don't think so. Okay. I guess I should probably, I've talked so much about the not Godzilla portion of things. Maybe I should pivot and talk about the Godzilla portion of things. So, the Godzilla design in this film, marvelous. I think, there's been so many iterations over the years. And I grew up, the first Godzilla film I ever saw was the American one, right? Where Godzilla was more like, looked more like a giant raptor, right? Kind of hunched over, elongated. Very different than the traditional, like tall and bulky. And so what they did in Godzilla Minus One, which is kind of interesting, is they kind of harkened back to that design. Back, I mean, yeah, they just the first time you see Godzilla, they're more of this hunched over, thinner lizard creature. Very approachable for me. Like I thought that was I thought it was fun and smart because I mean, if Godzilla evolves throughout the film, which is also kind of a theme that happens often. Oh, I love these grenades. I am a sucker for the chem grenade. Ammo. Let's get the key. But okay. So I thought it was really smart to start with that design and then to come in with you know, in the film, you first time you meet him, Godzilla gets attacked, gets hurt, and so then he goes back into the ocean. And then the nuclear testing happens, and it's assumed or implied, and you guys can tell me if I'm wrong, that the nuclear testing in the ocean, you know, affects this ancient dinosaur creature and gives him, you know, supernatural abilities. Gives Godzilla the ability to regenerate and grow larger than what he would be. Okay, I'm locking in here. Oh, I love the saucy Krabu. I love how effective it is, especially with the bots. With people, not always the most reliable when fighting other players, but against the bots, the sustained damage definitely is effective. Okay, oak grenades. Huh? Nicely done, nicely done. I'm gonna get some of those cheap shields. Oh, so many nice grenades. Do I really need the tachyon filament? So the Godzilla evolves, right? And his final form, I mean his second form in the film. Oh, an advanced charge shield, we're doing great. But his final form, its design, I think they did an awesome job of marrying what Western audiences may like be a little more used to with what is the traditional, you know, design, right? And it's scary, but it's not as creepy. If you've seen um Shin Godzilla, the Shin Godzilla is terrifying. Like actually so creepy. Do I want any of these things? I really like the weapons I've got, so I'm like more than happy for these guys just to get everything they're looking for. I'm a simple man with simple needs. I'm just looking for the basic materials. Okay. Yeah, if you haven't seen Shin Godzilla, I do recommend it. It's definitely... It's actually, I would describe it as a political thriller. Like, if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. And if you haven't, you'd be like, really? Really? But, like, Shin Godzilla talks so much about how how poorly managed governments are, or like how poorly they react to disasters and everything. So it's a great commentary. It's a great film, but it is like the pacing is a little bit strange, or like a little bit hard to get into. There was moments where I was feeling a little less engaged, but in the end it pays off, and I think it's totally worth watching. But so Shin Godzilla is actually scary. I think Godzilla Minus One does a great job of making Godzilla interesting, terrifying in scale, but not so creepy that you're just like uncomfortable. This is not a horror. It's more of like an action monster film. And then there is the moment though, and there's this one shot when Godzilla is chasing the main character and his friends, you know, in just a fishing boat, and Godzilla's swimming after them. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Let's go. Look at this. You'll know this, Noli, from past streams, but we don't exfil successfully that often, so this is a big deal. And there's a team pretty close to us. Good run, good run. Sorry, I got hiccups. There we go. Okay. Well done, team. Good job, guys. Nice. Let me just check something real quick on my settings. Okay. Okay, great, great. We're looking good. Okay, great. Well, that went well. I'm just gonna see. Gonna take this. I'm just gonna prep a little for the next match. Get that free kit. Load out. Okay, we got some shield, we got some health, we got a lock key, advanced shield. I'm gonna save that. Bunch of grenades, some ammo. Let's get a little bit more light ammo if I have some. Great. And I'll keep the cardio kick. And let's get a backpack. Okay, let's upgrade and go to, I don't even know what my, nice. My goal right now is to just upgrade, can't talk, Syak. So that's kind of what I'm working on. Okay. Load out, prepare. Let's go to Dire Marsh. We passed perimeter, we survived, now we can upgrade to the next level. Okay, let's go. So Godzilla's design is classic but refreshing, and then there's that moment where he's swimming in the water and his head comes out and he's like kind of chasing the boat, and his eyes look like sometimes when we got our cats, when they're just like little kittens, their eyes were like pointing opposite directions. If you've seen that, you know, when like they're just a baby and so they don't really like, they're still developing and they don't like look forward quite yet. So there's that one moment where Godzilla comes up out of the water and he looks a little derpy, and it's still scary in context of the film. You know, you're stressed for the survival of the protagonist and his friends, but it's really funny. As far as the design goes, I'm a huge fan of the design pretty much all the way across, but that moment does kind of make me laugh. So let's see. The other part of the design that I really liked was the way the scales on its back and a tail glow blue. Very fun, very cool. And they do, as it's charging up its attack, they kind of do this like how do I say it? Oh, come on. Huh? Sorry, I'm trying to like adjust a setting on there we go, OBS, and it wasn't letting me. There we go. Great. So it kind of does this thing where like the scales are set in, but then as the energy of his attack charges up, the scales on Godzilla's back kind of like go chunk and poke out like bigger and stronger and start to glow blue. So cool. Very like anime-esque, right? Power scaling, huge attack, like huge combo attack. And so it's just visually very fun. But then that particular scene when it's the first time, I think it's the first time in the film that you see, no, Godzilla did it on the ocean, I think. Oh man. It's the first time you see his nuclear attack on, dang it, I knew I wasn't gonna get away with this. Okay, reloading. Oh, the other side. Yeah, it's the first time you see Godzilla's nuclear, breath on the city. And it's one of... The movie came out in 2023. Definitely the best explosion of 2023 in a film. Oh, okay. We're just jumping right into it. But maybe one of the best like explosions in a film that I've ever seen. I'm gonna set a claymore here just in case. Oh, I'm taking some hits. Oh, he's behind me. Man, what is going on? I can't jump anywhere. Oh, that was terrifying. Poorly done. Anyways, let's go help my teammates now, shall we? There we go. Oh, behind me again? Oh, that's a team. Well, I don't really know how to help these guys. There's nothing I could have done about that. Maybe if I walk towards them, they can res me. Can I open doors while I'm down? Nope. Oh. Yes! Go team! Go pathetic B! Oh no. Trippy James, no. Dang it. Well, we'll try our best. Yeah, the nuclear blast in that film is definitely one of the best that I've ever seen. And one thing that it just gives you chills when you watch it in the theater. And I do feel bad for anybody who didn't get the chance to see it in theaters because... Okay, arms locker contains weapon use. Great. When the explosion happens and there's kind of like that heat suction moment where like everything like kind of goes towards the explosion because the heat was so strong, and then the winds like burst out and just demolish the city. It's terrifying because I think a lot of times in disaster movies or giant like explosions, buildings falling, you don't really think about like each individual person. And you feel it as you see like bodies getting just like thrown through the streets as the explosion like comes out and the wind just like pushes everybody away, and it's devastating. It's terrifying. Not terrifying like a horror way, but just in like a raw power kind of way. Okay, I'm gonna go. Hey, strong guy 258. No, thanks so much for watching the marathon videos. Just in general for watching them. And yeah, I think I'm super enjoying the game. I don't know if you saw, I made a small video talking about how like the barrier to entry to the game, how it does take a moment to get your bearings, to figure out just how everything works. But like, it's totally worth it, in my opinion. The gunplay, that's the thing that gets me, is like the whole like loot, losing your loot, getting your loot, like that part almost doesn't matter to me at all, because I know at some point I'm gonna find cool guns and at some point I'm gonna lose guns. So like it's just really fun to get into fights. The combat is really satisfying, whether it's the NPCs or whether it's other players. And yes, like it's very gratifying to find good loot, and then you can go in to fights, you know, feeling overpowered or prepared. But yeah, I think the gameplay loop is really addicting once you get an idea of what you're doing. I think also upgrading once you get some upgrades too. That's the whole drama around the game with the runners not being able to run that much and the overheating and all of that, which I do understand to a point. Once you do a few upgrades, like I pretty much run as much as I want. I have never like overheated when I didn't want to, you know? Like I'm also like trying to like pay attention and be careful, but yeah, so super loving the game. My one complaint, and I'm working on, it'll be a while before I make it, but I'm gonna make a video once I've played, you know, maybe like 100 hours, once I've really like gotten a feel for everything. I want it to be kind of comprehensive and put a lot of effort into it. Just because Marathon has done so well on my channel, I'm not gonna be the guy who's covering Marathon every week, you know. There's already lots of guys like that who do an awesome job, like Scarrow and Jake the Alright and Aztec Cross. Oh, that's a gold. That's a gold bag. Oh, come on. Nothing? I swear I saw like a little gold flicker, which I thought meant something cool. Okay. No, this is great though. Just finding some good. I'm gonna. Oh, I hear someone. Yeah. Oh, I shouldn't. I should have thought of that before I dropped all my stuff. Okay, that's fine. Just want to get that patch kit. Okay. Sorry, I got distracted, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna make like a bigger video about Marathon in a while. I'm not gonna make Marathon videos every month just because that's super my like whole identity with YouTube, or at least that's not what I want it to be right now. But yeah, dude, solos. Hey, Ezen, welcome. But yeah, I would say that the hate of the game totally blown out of proportion to the point where like of course there's criticism, but like I just don't know what people are expecting. Like if they were expecting a perfect game, you know what I mean? Sorry, I'm just trying to decide which one of these I want. A game with 0. No! Another rook. Classic. I gotta focus more. I gotta too chatty. No, I'm gonna do one more rook run though. I just wanna get a little bit more gear, and then I'm gonna do a few outpost runs with like actually kitted out. But I'm just saving the best for last, if you will. Run solo. Ready again. But okay, what I'm trying to say is one of my biggest complaints with the game, and this is, I really like it. So, and it has exactly to do with what you're saying, Ezen, is that the game looks beautiful and the lore is so sick. Like my first video that got, you know, some views on my channel was all about how I love the cinematic and how I hope that the game like can do that, and I'm not sure that it can. They've totally done it. Like the story is incredible, and and I'm blown away. Like, it's better than I think I anticipated in being able to achieve. But um I suck at games. And so I'm not a really like intense gamer. I'm not a smart person. So there's so many little story elements that you can only get by going through the quests, and I just die so much that I haven't been able to accomplish the quest very fast, right? Like, it takes me like 6 or 7 tries. So I'm so far behind on the stories, and that's like the one thing I was really looking forward to, like being able to explore it all myself, like a traditional like role play game. Even I know that's not what I was just hoping that I could kind of craft that experience for myself, but you just can't. It's too hard, and I love how hard it is. It's so fun, but that has been a bummer. That's my biggest criticism, is I'm just too far behind, and unless I stay off of social media completely and YouTube completely, I've already like been spoiled on some of the story elements. Did you hear that? Or is that me? I thought I heard some steps, but I think it was just my steps. So, so I solo queue usually. Usually I solo queue into trios. And I've actually had, I do have better luck getting through some of the missions that way. I also just don't have that much time to play, maybe like an hour. Work's been so busy that I have maybe an hour every day if I'm lucky. And maybe that's more than a lot of people. I don't know. But it's not as much as I used to game. But yeah, so I usually solo queue, and that's gone well. I don't usually play with people just because my schedule's not really fixed. And I also like have a lot of social anxiety. So like somebody in my microphone telling me like, "Where are you? What are you doing?" I collapse. I know it's so dumb, but like I just completely fall apart. It's so dumb, but I play way better like mics off, no information, because then I can like lock in and focus, than with people like working together. But maybe if I had like, like, I don't know. Woo! Oh. I heard a door open. Yep, he saw me. Blue shield. Just gotta wait a second. Okay. No, I hear you, Izen. I think that like, if I had, some friends who were really interested in it, like I think setting aside like like a Saturday every once in a while to play with friends or something, like I think I would enjoy that even better than. Where are you? I hear him, but I don't see him. Am I dumb? What? Okay. Ignore me. Do I have that one? I don't have that one. But sorry, I'm like stressed about where that robot might be. Okay. Time to come up with a game plan. Besides this horror robot that's haunting me, but like I can't find him. So I caved. I was going to try and like not watch any lore videos and try and discover all the lore myself, and I just was falling too far behind, and so I have been watching other people's lore videos just to stay on top of what's going on in the game. And honestly, that's kind of like relieved a lot of pressure, because now I know I need to do all the quests eventually, but I really don't mind just going in. I'd much rather go in and just like try and find some good fights or try and find some good loot than like be stressed about like trying to find the specific spot on the map. That's something that was kind of frustrating as well. And they patched it in the new update, right? But like I would go to the quest area and I just could not find the little computer that you needed because the marker wasn't showing up unless you're within 10 meters of it. So just little frustrations, nothing big, but yeah, no, I just really enjoy. Yeah, Jake the All Right's videos are great, and then I feel and then Xperia. I actually just was watching Xperia's Hidden Xperia's video. I've watched his videos for years, right, because of Halo and everything, and so I'm excited that he's covering Marathon because I like. Is that at me? Where is this? I'm so scared. Hey. No, that's a huge compliment, Ethan. Thank you. It's definitely something that I've like. Oh, oh, should I go for it? Should I go for it? Let me. Oh no, I gotta reload. I gotta reload. I think I saw somebody's like flash over here. Um. Yes, 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 yes. Where'd he go? Oh, smoke grenade, nasty, nasty. Rook on rook violence. This is crazy. And now I'm lost. There we go. Ooh. Oh, where is he? Where is he? Did he run? Is he looking for me? Oh, there's so much stuff. But he could be anywhere. I'm so nervous. No, okay, sorry. So what I'm trying to say is I really like editing, and it's something that I like have worked really hard to be like all like okay at. I still have, like so much room to improve, and you can always just put more time in to get better. But I've always wanted to make videos, and here's the thing: is it just takes a long time to edit stuff and to do it well. Oh no, no, no! Dang it. Dang it. I should have known he was coming. I got greedy. Well played. Well played. I'm still new to streaming, right? It's way harder to play and talk at the same time than any, like, I give every streamer so much credit. I don't know how they do it, but I'm working on it. Um, um, yeah, yeah. I appreciate your understanding, Ethan. I really do. So I think, yeah, I'm just gonna make videos at my own pace and just edit at my own pace and try to make things that I think are quality. I tried to like I was making videos about the finals at first and being like, here's some gameplay and here's some stuff, and I just couldn't keep up. And then once I actually like, put in the time to make quality stuff, that actually like resonated with people. So it was kind of a huge affirmation that like, okay, it's worth the time and effort. Um, and then yeah, and then these streams are just a fun way, where I can still play and I can still interact with the community in that way. Because I want to build a community, just kind of a chill place. Um, okay, I'm actually gonna run to El Baño. I'll be right back. If you want to stick around, that'd be awesome, but no pressure. I'll be back in like 5 minutes. I lied. It was not 5 minutes. It was faster. Thanks, Strong Guy, for watching, for jumping in. Really appreciate it, man. Okay. We've got an hour left. Let's see what the game plan is. I think I'm gonna try one more rook run, see if I can actually extract with some loot, and and then we'll do some outpost runs with like a full kit, and I'll take it seriously. Yeah, my favorite runner style-wise, it's like style as in cosmetics? That's actually a great question. I think I was surprised at how much I like triage. I love Rook. I think Rook is probably in the top. My favorite runner, yeah, like design, yeah. My favorite runner overall is Recon or Blackbird. One, the abilities are great, so that kind of like matches my play style. But I love the little crab, little spider. Okay. Hey, that's true. Yeah, my avatar does kind of have a very similar vibe to Rook. Just a little a little gangly and unassuming. I don't know why I made my character. Let's just say I'm not the best artist, so I think that I can kind of relate to Rook, where he just looks a little goofy, maybe. Great. What's yours? Who's your favorite runner? I know a lot of people really like Thief and Vandal, but they're not super up my alley. They're a little too, maybe a little too loud. I like something a little more sleek myself. Yeah, the story. Is there a story behind my avatar? So, yes and no. There is a story behind some elements of like the avatar, or rather, oh, there's a bot. The like icon and logo and like the colors and design. Yes, okay, I'm glad you agree. Recon is definitely the coolest. I'm so pumped because that they added, I don't know if you saw it, that they added a new battle pass or new stuff to the free battle pass. I didn't see anything in the premium that felt worth it to me personally, right? But okay. There's so many turrets on this map. It's crazy. But yeah, I'm really excited about the Recon skin that's in the premium. If I could hit it. Wow. Wow. That was so good. I'm so good. Yeah, exactly. I already paid for the game. My one rule with games like this, live service, is I will pay $60, right? Like the going price for a good game. So over the years with Apex, my rule was like all the free cosmetics and stuff, I'll be willing to pay $60 total. And I did buy some cosmetics over the years, but then once I hit that limit, I stopped. And I was happy with my skins and everything after that. So I would be willing to buy maybe a battle pass or a skin at some point if I was like obsessed with it. Okay, we got dead bots. Yeah. Did you get into Apex? He's in that. I feel like people who played Apex like oh no I swear I'm listening, right? Like, am I just deaf? Well, that's fine. They come up behind me like that. No, no, I appreciate it. I appreciate the interaction. But yeah, no, like I was actually listening, right? It's not like somebody's talking in my ear. I was like trying to pay attention, but that rook is so stealthy. Okay, well let's see what we got in the codex. Maybe that'll like boost the loadout a little bit. Um Great. I will read these someday in case anybody's like, you're missing the lore, the thing you love so much. I do read them. Just I'm not going to sit here and read them right now. But maybe someday I'll talk about like where my logo comes from. I kind of like I'm curious if anybody will ever guess it, right? I kind of like it being a little bit of a mystery. That's kind of like the whole point of like the Avatar stuff in general is I've got I wanted to say I really appreciate you drew the Avatar yourself in the day and age where you can just AI everything. Hey, thank you. Thank you. Somebody tried to convince me that it would be easier, you know, well, of course it would be quote unquote easier. I drew this myself, right? I'm trying to get better at art in general. But then they were like, hey, you could animate it and do all these poses. You could do all this stuff with AI. And I was just like, and I know it was well, like they meant well. But I'm like, that would just defeat the purpose, like the whole point. Like I'm making this for me. This is like my exploration of art and learning about myself and trying to grow. Yes, thank you, Shimodo. I actually hate AI so much. I'm trying to be chill because like it's integrated into so many things and people like I recognize that like the workforce there's so many like things. It's really complicated subject. So I've definitely learned how to chill out, but I really get frustrated when everybody's just like it's the second coming of Jesus, right? Like it's just the best thing that's ever happened, and anything else is dumb, and you're dumb if you don't use it. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I like to experience life. Like I'm sorry, I want to improve as a person. Like it's not all about output. We're not machines. Anyways, sorry. I appreciate that, Ethan. I think it's okay to half agree. I'm just trying to think how intense I want to go here because I've got a good amount. I've got some shield, advanced shield. I've got money. I'm gonna do it. I know everyone's like, whatever you do, don't spend money on shields, but I've got it. Okay, I've got some shields. I've got some patch kits and some ammo. Great. Oh my gosh, yeah. Don't even get me started on companies. So maybe you guys know this. I was talking to somebody, a friend, an artist, right? And I was shocked that he didn't know this. But wait, I'm just okay. I've got a gun. I've got ammo. Got health. I just feel like I'm missing something. I don't need any of that. I'm missing some shield, but I don't think I unlocked shield yet. Well, that's embarrassing. Anyways, okay. So maybe you guys know this, but I was talking to a friend and he didn't. And essentially, like it's a common practice in capitalism to create a product that's technically illegal, but then offer it for free and flood the market with it, and then it inundates the market because it's pushed so hard, and the government is so slow, just because it's a government, because of bureaucracy and all that. It's so slow to respond and create safeguards that by the time the government is gathered together enough resources or brain power to actually fight back, now like these companies have managed to get so much influence that then they monetize this product that they've offered for free. So now they're super wealthy, and then they can hire the best lawyers in the world to defend themselves against the government or buy out bureaucrats and maintain power. So maybe you guys already knew that that's something that happens. I was talking to somebody who didn't, and they were like, "Oh, really? That happens?" And I'm like, "Yeah." But yeah, I just think when it comes to big businesses, we're just like, "Oh, AI, look at this." I'm just like, "You guys are crazy." Um, would you mind if I drew some assets of your character for you to use in future videos, or would you prefer using the current avatar? Um, no, yeah. First of all, Ethan, that's so like thoughtful. Genuinely, I would. Um, I'm still figuring out how to like use. Oh, sorry. I'm still figuring out how to use streams. I was thinking use stuff in my streams. But like, I would be honored if you wanted to send any assets, and I would love to find ways to use them in the videos and attribute them to you. And you could send me like any kind of link or anything that you wanted me to shout out. I would be so honored. I don't like have any money or anything, so I wouldn't be able to compensate you in that way. So I just don't want you to be disappointed. But seriously, that's so kind of you. Okay. I do think I like will probably keep like my main assets of things I make myself, just kind of as like a personal thing. But I'm also still learning. I'm still kind of figuring out what I want to do. But yeah, no, like AI companies, businessmen, and everybody. I just wish people would think for 2 seconds. That's it. Like, just think for a moment about how your actions affect other people besides yourself. Because the number of times I've heard like an AI bro, people I know closely, and I know you didn't ask for money. I'm an artist myself, not drawing, right? And then I like just want to respect people's time and stuff, and so that's always like my first. Anyways, just want you to feel respected for any work you put in for any project, really. But yeah, I just have some friends who are like AI people, maybe more acquaintances, but like, and they tell me something, they get so excited, and then like I kind of point out one, not even a bunch, just one little like, oh, that's great, but like it is kind of problematic in this one way, and they're like, oh, I didn't think about that, and I'm like, yeah, so you can send it to me. Sorry, where could you send me an asset? You can send me, I have an email attached to my YouTube account. It should be in the sorry, just locking in for a second. But yeah, there should be an email in like the info or the bio of the channel. And if there's not, like, feel free to comment like, hey, what's the email? But it's just astrogardgaming@gmail. Okay. These bosses have so much health. It's actually insane.
Seeker out.
Okay. Oh. Did I get him? I need some more ammo. This is nuts. Sorry, guys. I'm just like really determined to actually kill this thing, and I have used up. You've seen me. I've poured like 1,000,000 magazines into this guy. Okay. Oh, of course.
UESC reinforcements have responded to the signal.
Guys, I don't think we have enough resources. I think we gotta get out of here. It's crazy. Oh, thank goodness. An ammo crate. I'm not sure if my teammates are invested in taking out this boss. So I'll... Oh, they're still firing? Okay. I mean, I'm down. Oh, what? I'm gonna see if I can get the drop on him from this way. Yeah, get wrecked by the grenade.
20 minutes remaining.
Did we kill him? Where'd he go? Oh, nope, not dead, not dead. Okay, what's my opinion on making shorts content? No, yeah, I'm super open to it. I definitely, it's not a huge priority, mostly because I'm not like really good at crafting kind of like those stories, maybe like like that like grip people so quickly. I'm more of like I'm long-winded, I'm very verbose, and that like leans more towards long-form content. I do have the thought though of like in these streams, for example, if like something happens that maybe I could like make a short about that. But it's hard because I barely have time to make the long form videos that I really like. No, I totally think you're right. I'll have to think about it. I bet if I put in the effort to like come up with a short, like instead of shorts being like an afterthought, like, oh, I'm just going to throw this at like repurpose something. We did it. Oh my gosh, thank goodness. Instead of shorts being more of an afterthought, I think if I actually like intentionally like crafted a short from beginning to end, I bet that actually would perform better. And that might move the needle. I'm not against it. I think that's a good idea. Thank you. Okay. Sadly, I've got to ditch. I've got to ditch the bully SMG just because I do not have enough ammo. Okay. Nice. No, thank you, Zen. I actually think I do think that that's very, very true. Because like I mean I watch shorts, right? I'm not. Oh, I love chem grenades. Shell ID. I wish I was doing that quest. That would have been great. Does anybody want? Does anybody want that? I'm not gonna take it if somebody else needs it for a quest, but okay. Yeah, the goal of the channel, kind of overall, is I've always watched YouTube, right? Like who hasn't? And I think I'm a little bit more invested than the average person, and since I do like video editing is like a skill that I've like developed, I've always like wanted to be a part of a channel or make a channel, but tell my own story, if that makes sense. Because some people have asked like, why don't you get a job like editing for a big channel or something like that? But that I think I really value like that YouTube gives me the opportunity to talk about whatever I want to talk about. Because like I already do, like with work, I already do what other people want me to do. Okay. But, okay. Oh, unlock armory room. Do we want to do that? Nope, they're running. I just want to stick enough with my team. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, stream clips tend to like feel, well, yeah, just cheaper or just less effort. The only streamer, you guys tell me if I'm cringe or not. Like genuinely, you can call me out. I actually watch the Burnt Peanuts shorts sometimes because he's so silly and it's like refreshing, but not silly in like a gimmicky way where it's like maybe it is gimmicky sometimes. So I think I get a little like in my head because I would never be able to make shorts like that. That's just not my personality or the kind of person I am. But I'll have to check out TBS Skyen's shorts because maybe I could get some inspiration there. I'm definitely, my inspirations for my channel are like Rilo and Hidden Xperia. Definitely Jake the Alright. Not so much the like active game coverage, right? But like you guys are saying, like the lore videos that take a little bit longer to make. The one thing, yeah, and there's nothing wrong with loud, funny content. Like I like there's a time and place for everything, right? The one thing I don't, and this might be tricky, but I don't only want to make marathon content. Just because there's a lot of games that I like. My team is getting wrecked. Is there no window? Sorry. I'm just letting him down. I thought I could get better vantage point. Nope. But yeah, so like my next video, a little spoiler I guess, is about Titanfall and just kind of my experience, like how I discovered Titanfall and like what I love about it. And I think I will kind of sit within like maybe a first person shooter genre or games that I think tell really good stories. That's what I'm most interested in, is storytelling. And so I'm really interested in exploring like games that tell stories I like or that affected my life because the story or gameplay was so good. So yeah, I mean, and hopefully it's hard because I know most of the subscribers I've gotten so far are here because of just the marathon videos, because marathon was popular and I was excited about it. So hopefully it doesn't totally tank my channel if I make something that's not marathon. But I think if I'm like passionate and put effort into it, that it could resonate with people. Okay. Hey, I appreciate that. No, I really appreciate that, Ethan. It's crazy. Maybe you guys feel this way. Like maybe you have a skill that you've put time and effort into, but you never feel like you're actually good. So the compliments on the editing, like, I'm not gonna get a big head, I promise, but I definitely appreciate it because it's so easy to just feel like there's people who are way better. I'm glad. No, I think that's cool that the marathon video is able to give you maybe insight that, I don't know. I just think it's cool to learn about games, you know, whether there's so many games that I'm never going to play, but it's fun to just kind of get an idea about their lore and stuff like that. So I kind of hope to provide that. Yeah, exactly. You're a 3D animator, it's just so easy to get in our own heads. And I don't need validation from YouTube, right? Like, I decided I had fun making videos without any views or anything, but I will say, when my first video, like, when I got more than, like, 1,000 views, it was, like, pretty exciting. So, like, I'm not saying that I am bulletproof when it comes to the numbers going up and the graph going up, but that just can't be the reason you do it. Okay. I am very happy with how that went. Let's just check out the loadout real quick. Yeah, the dopamine rush is real. That run was interesting. We just fought bots. We did beat the boss. We didn't really progress too much. I got more grenades. I love chem grenades, so I'm happy to take those. Let me just swap here. Nope, not sell. Swap. Oh, that was close. Okay. I did get the Twitch drops. Yes. Right? Yeah, so profile, logo. No, you didn't get them? That's heartbreaking. Genuinely, because I love SecGen and I love the worm, so I actually don't watch Twitch really at all, but I went on just because of the Twitch drop, which I know was the whole point, but that's devastating. It did take a while for mine to show up. I just barely got and they didn't all come at the same time. Like the banner came a few days later than the emblem. So maybe that's the case. Maybe yours will show up eventually. That's such a bummer. Okay. Sorry, I keep saying It's so easy to just try to fill the space. Great, great. Yeah, the aesthetic is incredible. I just love the style and design. I think people really complain about the menu and the icons and stuff, but I don't mind it at all. I know where everything is that I want to get. I've got health, I got shields. I've got ammo, I've got an ammo crate. I do need more light ammo. I'm just gonna load up for the next game and then I was talking earlier, I was talking about Godzilla Minus One, and I had like a few more finishing thoughts about that I might wrap up that idea there, but we'll see how this match goes. I might be too stressed. The one thing that I still don't know is factions. Okay, let's get this. Great. I'm just trying to upgrade Sayak, so that's kind of what I've been doing. Joseph Cross was the art director. No, totally. Yeah. Joseph Cross, I think, I didn't realize this too. A lot of it's inspired by F1, right? F1 cars, if you look up like the car designs, maybe you guys knew this, but like there's a lot of motifs and themes in the actual design, like not the colors and stuff, but like the physical elements of the cars. I'm like, oh yeah, that looks like a backpack, or that looks like the one character's like torso or head. But yeah, Joseph Cross came up with kind of this idea, and then what did I come here for? One of these was upgrade. Here it is. I wanted to upgrade my heatsink. That's what I was working towards. Yeah, Godzilla Minus One is one of the best movies ever made. I spent way too much money and got the special edition, like Blu-ray, Steelbook, case, all that jazz. I'm pretty obsessed with it. Okay, I'm just gonna get a new contract here. Okay, we're gonna go. No, you didn't. You didn't get to see it in the theater. No, I'm sorry. That actually is very heartbreaking, because it was an incredible experience to see in theater. But honestly, totally worth watching digital or anywhere. Okay, let me just check one more. I had one thought. Okay. Okay. 30 minutes left. Yeah, the sound design blew my mind in the film. The way they did Godzilla, it was just beautiful. And I was saying this earlier in the stream, is that though I love big monster films, right? Huge fan of just sci-fi destruction, or are monster films sci-fi, right? Like if they happen in modernish times or the past. is that just fiction? Um, but yeah, I'm a huge fan of like big monster films and destruction like that. Very entertaining, but what Godzilla Minus One does, what they do so well is tell like a real engaging story, something that like you feel emotionally changed by, because the American Godzilla films, the ones made by the, what's that company called? Legendary, I think that's what they're called. But those Godzilla films are entertaining. The story is kind of wacko, right? Like, so there's some of them, some of like the King Kong Godzilla, the monster verse, like there's moments of the stories where I'm like, okay, sure, but most of the story I'm kind of just not invested in at all. I'm just kind of there to see two big monsters fight. But Godzilla Minus One was one of the first Godzilla films I had seen in recent times, in modern times, that I was invested in the characters, and then Godzilla would show up and you'd be like, "Oh yeah, that's right. Like this is a this is a Godzilla movie. This is a monster movie." And I think that's like, I think we're missing some of that. Um yeah. Hollywood pilled is a good way to put it. Um where you know when people are just trying to like get you to buy a seat in the pop, like get you to buy a ticket to buy the popcorn, like they're just trying to get you there in the theater instead of trying to make like art that's lasting. And ironically, when you make art that's lasting, that tends to make you more money in the long run anyways, right? So that's dumb when Hollywood's just like trying to make cheap cash grabs. And I'm like, if you just put in the time and effort to make something that people would care about, it's gonna pay off. Ammo crate, let's go. I also have an ammo crate that we should use. But the one, have you guys, this is my last talking point about Godzilla, and then if you're interested in my other thoughts about it, you can go rewatch like the first half of the stream. The first kind of 30-40 minutes is me just going off about it, blabbing away. But if have you seen the black and white version of it? That's something that my theater. Wait, are you for reals? I didn't shoot because I just was caught off guard. I was like, that can't be a real person. Oh wait, I wanna. Yeah, so satisfying. Go get them, my pet. Ha 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 ha. Oh, ready? I've been waiting to use that the whole stream. Dang, way to go, guys. They had, oh, that was just, they probably just had a basic kit. I'll take the ammo though. Oh, and no, my teammate's got the shield. But yeah, the black and white version. So I didn't realize that there was a colored version. I was living under a rock, and then my local theater was marketing the. Do you need that? You're good. Okay. And then my local theater was marketing the black and white version, so I just thought that how the film was made, which I thought was incredibly, like, brave, right? Like, kind of ballsy to make a film in just black and white. And later I found out, that it was originally in color, and that's fine. But the black and white version, it does such a cool thing where it makes the VFX, makes the visual effects look even better than they already do, because that's one of the, and you would know this, Izan is a 3D like animator, but something that sells visual effects more than anything is good lighting, right? In context of the whole scene. You could have a model that looks incredible by itself, but if it's not incorporated or composited properly within the scene, then like it's just not going to work, or it's going to feel off. And so they do a great job at making Godzilla look great in the colored version of the film, but the black and white version, it kind of increases the immersion of the composite, because now there's like if there are any lighting issues in the colored version of the film, now they're just removed, right? And so Godzilla looks even more believable and maybe even like realistic. Oh, I think I heard a turret. No? In the black and white version. So if you haven't seen the black and white version, I totally recommend it. And it also, the story itself takes place, post World War II. It feels like that's the kind of films they would have had then. And so the level, like the connection you feel with the characters feels heightened. There's this one scene where the main character Ryu, or I think it's Ryu or Ryu, but he screams, at the camera, and it's kind of like, it could be a little hokey maybe because he's screaming so intensely. Oh no, my team! I just don't want to get. Okay. Come on, come on, come on, come on. No! I was just waiting out the storm. Oh, crap. Where are they? We might be able to get away with this. Oh, but they're close, so they're close. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, they're coming! They're coming! Come on, come on, come on.
Threat marked.
Gotta lock in, gotta lock in.
Window closes in 20 minutes.
Oh, oh, oh. Get wrecked, get wrecked, get wrecked!
Gunner on my mark.
Sorry, guys, I'm so stressed right now. Come on, come on. Okay, let's go, let's go. Make sure we're reloaded. Okay, okay. We're doing good, we're doing good. Do you see him? I'll watch the back. I've got the Kraboo. Saucy Kraboo is ready to go.
Engage.
I'm just gonna watch from this tunnel. I know. I'm grateful, like he's doing. I'm grateful, especially that he can hide to res our buddy, but I would be a little more cautious. Okay. Hey, we survived. Oh no, he's here. He's here. Yikes!
Danger
Yikes!
spotted.
Is it just that destroyer? Dude, watch out. Oh, teammate up here, are you okay? Oh, no, no, get him, get him, get him, get him! Yes! Okay. Oh, crap, crap. Okay, you gotta res me, dude, you gotta res me him. My I provided a distraction, so I was at least some hope. Okay. Now, Saucy Kraboo. Oh, no, we gotta get out of here. The bots. Oh my gosh. Good job, good job. Got some shield. Got some health. Good stuff, this is good stuff. I'm gonna take, oh, it's going away so quick. Hey, yes.
Reinforcements incoming.
Is that Materialist? Oh, if you guys don't know, the Materialist increases the amount of stuff you extract with. So that's hype. That's hype. Okay, I've been needing extra shields. Oh, and the green gun of the gun I've got. This is great. This is great. This is great. Okay, let's see if we can res our guy, huh?
Here.
Man, guys. I don't know if this is like, Well, I'm so glad you're here to witness this. That's what I'm trying to say. Some of the earlier streams were pretty rough. Pretty rough. But I've gotten a little bit better at the game. And gotten better equipment. If anyone comes up right now and gets me though, I will just keep playing, because that's how you play the game. Okay. Man. That guy was just tanking hits.
Grab all you can.
Okay. But yeah, so to wrap up the I don't know. Oh no, what? Who is that? Team, help me. Tragic. They got it. They got it. These guys are pros.
15 minutes until
So the goal with these streams moving forward, I'm just going to stream once a week for 2 hours. And the goal is to kind of do like a little movie club where every week we're going to get together and talk. Well, and I'll talk about a movie, and then you guys are more than welcome to participate. At the same time, I'll just be playing Marathon. I'll probably just be playing Marathon during these streams for the foreseeable future. That's what I'm most excited about right now. But yeah, so I just think I love movies. I love games. So I think this is a fun way to kind of just incorporate that. Oh, go. Saucy Craboo.
Echo post.
Grenade. Where is he? No, Saucy Craboo, hunt him down. Oh, I'm getting flanked. I'm getting flanked. I saw him too late. Dang it. He was coming up the stairs and just in the corner of my eye I saw him, but it was too late. Dang. Almost a great run. Almost a great run. Yeah, GG. It's okay. Thank you, Someone Phenomenal. Thank you, Guilt Free. You guys were fantastic. You hate the attachments? I think they're fine. I think they're fine. I don't have anything like morally against them. I do think that it could be a little more self-explanatory, but okay, we're just gonna upgrade these things real quick. Oh, it's so hard to equip them. Yeah, especially if you find a gun in the wild that you want to, you want an attachment from, and it's so difficult to like get it off and then get it onto your gun. Yeah, totally get that. Okay, we're gonna do one more run, or yeah, I think we have time for one more run, and I'm just gonna go all in. I actually have not used the Ares yet, so that could be cool, that could be bad. I've got a little bit of ammo for that, and I've got some light ammo, so let's just bring LMG. A huge backpack? Should I? Yep, I'm risking it all. I'm risking it all for you guys, for the entertainment factor. No, I would do this anyways. I don't have any mods for my head though. That's not good. Okay. Let's just upgrade. Let's just get prepped. Opportunist. Let's do it. I don't care. It's worth it. Yes. This is great. Oh my gosh. They have no idea what's coming for them. I am sad I didn't exfil with the shields though. The shields would have been nice. Because I don't own any. I'm going to take the ammo kit. Get the light ammo. Yeah, so I'm going to just buy a few of these. And let's go. Let's just go for it. Let's see what happens. Remember to get heals. Did I not? Oops. You're right. I don't recommend being this. Wait, advanced patch kit for just a spark leaf. For reals? Well, great. It's great. Thank you. You say you probably. I mean, most definitely saved my life. We'll see. Maybe I will be so good this round that I won't need to heal once. We know that's not true. So, yeah, movie club. It's gonna be called Movies and Marathon. Maybe you saw it in the thumbnail on YouTube. We're gonna do it every week, same time, and then I think that'll also make it so that the VODs are a little, more fun for people who come in after the fact, because as fun as it is to just chat on stream for me and for us who are able to show up in person, if anybody wants to catch up, I am working on getting like a chat bar to show up in the video so that people can be involved there right after the fact. But I think it could feel a little, not very engaging if people wanted to watch this later, just have it on in the background. So I think like having a focused topic, something that I'm excited to talk about, will like make it so that the VODs are interesting, enjoyable, and I yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. So to wrap up the Godzilla Minus One rant, yeah, exactly. If you weren't here, Ethan, I would just be talking to myself, or anybody else, right? Shimoto or Noli's been in the other streams. I'm actually so grateful that you guys have joined the streams. It's an experiment, and I'm still like, if nobody shows up, I'm still gonna do it. And people can watch the VODs. You guys can watch the VODs. I feel like it can be meaningful content, but whoa, that was terrifying. So loud. But I really appreciate that you guys have showed up, because it makes it way more fun for me during the stream as opposed to just talking to myself. Okay. But yeah, to wrap up my thoughts on Godzilla Minus One, 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10 film. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. And I recommend seeing it in black and white if you can. It's emotional, it's inspirational, it's exactly what we need. The message is something we need today during wartime, because even if your like country, your home isn't actively a battlefield, war is actually a huge part of the world right now. And I think if we watched more movies like a Godzilla Minus One, we would better understand how we can be thoughtful, generous, compassionate people, even if you're, whichever side you're on it. I think that's one of the most powerful things the film does. So yeah, Godzilla Minus One, highly recommend it. What movie are we going to talk about next week, Astrogard? That's what we really want to know. Fine, I'll tell you. Yeah. Stream and VOD. It's like, I think I lean a little more towards, at least right now, I lean a little more towards like the people who can't make it, because I'm not streaming all day every day, right? I'm more gonna be a video guy. Okay, fine. If you really want to know what movie, next week we're talking about my all-time favorite movie, hands down, no questions asked. Baby Driver. Yep. Baby Driver by Edgar Wright. Oh. There's a lot going on right now, and I am stressed. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, what is going on? What? I can't move. People are just walking all over the place. Oh man. We are alive. We are alive. Oh, that's an enemy. That is not a friend. Oh, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. I just want to get somebody with this so bad. Oh, broke his shield, broke his shield. No, the team up, the team up. Well, we tried. Well done, well done. I was just getting, my teammates keep running back and forth, and I was getting bumped around. Oh, leave run. Do I still have a team? Is my teammate still alive? Yeah. There we go. There we go. I wasn't sure if we had a self-res or something. Yeah, that's the risk. I'm used to it with Apex. Apex was always hit or miss. You either had it's hit or miss, right? You never have like a medium team. You always like really sink and you do awesome, or you get wrecked. But I do really like my experience with Marathon has been that everybody kind of sticks together a little bit more. And in Apex, I would always have a teammate who just ran off, and I'd be like, well, we've lost before we even started. Great. Well, thank you so much, guys, for joining. This has been super fun. I'm really excited. Yeah, if you want to watch Baby Driver in the next week, I'll post it on the channel chat or whatever. Like, make a post. So if anybody wants to join next week, I'll have some talking points. And as an editor, Baby Driver is something that like it's one of the most beautiful films from that perspective. And definitely slept on. Edgar Wright is an awesome director. So yeah, but even if you don't want to watch it or don't have the time, like, I think that'll still be a fun time. And we'll play some Marathon. But yeah, thanks for joining. We got some kills. We got some good exfils. And I always forget to use this. I made this little thinking one, but I always forget to use it. Thanks so much, guys, for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a great week. Stay cool. Keep telling stories. Keep being yourself. Keep playing games. And I'll see you next week. Astroguard out. See ya.